So hello everyone, as you must see from the screen, this is Monica. This is basically a Doki Doki Literature Club mod called Our Time, and I've heard a lot about it, and it's about Monica. So I thought, I'd branch out a little bit and see how it is. And as always, of course, I'll be showing you guys everything, the various choices you can make. So let's start. Okay, so basically, this is starting out sort of like Monica after story, in that she's wondering why we brought her back and if it was just to torture her or not. Okay, so she's giving us a choice, and like I said, I'll see what happens with both choices. So first, let's go with yes. And like Monica after story, she's kind of talking about how it lets her communicate with us in a special way. It's probably good if she doesn't have as much power as before, because that didn't turn out very well. The mod's about you. Of course, I want you to be happy. Well, to be honest, the others really weren't happy at the end of Doki Doki Literature Club, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna make you happy even if you don't want it, Monica. You're gonna be happy whether you like it or not, according to this mod. Okay, so this is different from Monica After Story in that she regrets what she did to the other girls. As I mean, like in Monica After Story, she's like, hey, they were all, just computer characters anyway, so, you know, it's fine what I did, but she's regretting it in this mod. I'm not sure which version I like better, actually. But I think because in Monica After Story it's just Monica, she would feel like that. But in here, since we'll also have Sayori and Natsuki in this game, then I guess she sort of has to feel like that. That's why they wrote it that way. So here what I'm going to do is see what happens if I say no. That's it. She just says goodbye and then we go back to the new game screen. I mean, we're forced to start a new game. Okay, so let's start off on Saturday. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of almost didn't recognize Monica with her hair down, like with long hair and not tied up. Like, I mean, she looks pretty different in this way. And oh yeah, look how convenient she's staying with us. Because that's just normal for two high school students to live together and also sleep on the same bed. Like, I mean, okay, it's not believable, but for the sake of the mod, I'll take it. Yeah, I couldn't have her sleep on the floor on the sofa, so I decided to say, I'm a merciful God and I'll have her sleep right next to me in bed. Okay, so you're saying that the two of you slept in the same bed and have been doing so for several days, but nothing happened? That's less believable than the fact that your parents left you to stay alone. So here what's basically happening is, though, that they're explaining the game, and that, hey, look, there's another option. Okay, we'll go through both of them again. So she's just explaining the setting, that it's the school festival happened. Okay, I'm assuming Sayori didn't die. That means, and the problems would just kind of fix that. No, it feels like basically the other girls are happy. It feels kind of like a cop out, But I mean, for the sake of the mod, okay, yeah, I guess that's how you'd want it to be. Okay, so let's see what the other option. It's not really that different. I mean, yeah, the explanation overall doesn't actually make that much sense, but I think I'll take it, you know, suspension of disbelief, really, if I'm to enjoy this mod. So she's saying that for her, the MC is basically us, which is what the other girls thought of MC, I guess. So apparently peaking is prohibited, and I know that's going to disappoint a lot of you. But really, Monica, I mean, I thought you were really environment friendly, and also, you know how you could save a lot of water by showering with us. See, that way we could save on water, and you'd save the environment, and you don't, you know, you could do it for the environment, Monica. Just think about that. You could do it for the environment. That does it. We managed to make Monica mad. By the way, I don't actually believe though that Monica always buys stuff from the store at school, like he's saying, since she seems to be pretty health conscious. Humans, though, are only the dominant species until the machines eventually take over. Hey, look, it's Sairi, and she's not dead. And she's waking up on time, and all of her problems have been magically solved. I'm not really complaining, but you know, just seems kind of sudden. If you don't mind, I'm saving right now, you know, because I think there's going to be a choice later on. Because that seems to be the pattern of the game. Yeah, Monica, you maybe not have wanted to kill her, you know, driven her to commit suicide. I mean, that's pretty bad. You know, it's just a thought. I was right about there being a choice, and I guess what I would say normally would be don't worry about it because, again, they were just video game characters. I think that's a reference to Monica After Story. I mean, you could input words in there for a while. I mean, you can't anymore with the update, but there was the option. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone back and let's see what happens if we choose the other option. You know, if we tell Monica that, yeah, she sucks as a person and what she did was unforgivable. Anyway, okay, now we ditch Monica and go with Sayuri. Oh, really? Thanks, Sayuri, for saying that. I'll scold her the next time I see her. What are you gonna scold her about? Okay, look, I'd just like to say one thing. It says here that he's on cleaning duty, and I may be completely wrong here, but as far as I know, Doki Doki Literature Club does not take place in Japan. I mean, at the very end, when we're just alone with Monica, she mentions stuff and she talks about stuff in terms of US dollars. And she talks about college debt, which is a big problem in the US and nowhere else, really. And she says it's not necessary that the game takes place in Japan. So I don't think the game actually takes place in Japan. It should be in America. So there would be no after school cleaning, first of all. And second of all, why are we even having school on a Saturday? But I think this mod assumes that we are in Japan, so okay, I'll go. I'll just go along with that. Yeah, okay, that Natsuki joke about feeding her discipline, I mean, and about Sayuri, you know that I hope you're not hung up on it. Okay, maybe I can take a bit of that, I'll be honest here. I don't think we were late because we were chatting. I thought we were late because I had to clean up and Monika's waiting for us. I don't see how or why Natsuki is mad about that. And that's, really incredible. Like Monika's like, hey, Natsuki, are you jealous of the relationship we have? Like, that sounds like something she would say and deliberately rub into Natsuki's face. I mean, actually, into all of the other girls' faces. I'm not cute, Baka. And of course, being Sundere, she blames all of it on us. You're single too. It's like Natsuki feels much better though that Yuri is also single. Again, being late by a few minutes isn't a big deal, though I guess it might be in Japan if we're assuming this takes place in Japan. No new members after the school festival, or the people who made this mod didn't want to write in any new members. Pick your pick whatever option you think is actually more realistic. I would actually like to see that. What sort of words would Monica like in her poems? I mean, her poems seem to be more like Yuri's, at least. I mean, in the words that you would choose for her, I guess. I don't know. I'd actually like to see that sort of mod in which you get to make poems for Monica. Well, honestly speaking, who doesn't like vacations? Okay, guys, so I'm afraid though that for this episode, at least that's it. I'm going to end this now. Uh, if you liked it, please leave a comment below or maybe hit that like button. And if you want to see more of these, well, I will be making more. So don't forget to subscribe. Again, thanks for watching.